right. Good morning.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, everyone. We're gonna start the pre-market session of today, April 23rd. April 24th, Friday, and we have been rallying like crazy on S&P 500 and Qs. So S&P up around 32 points, Nasdaq around 353 points, and oil actually did drop heavily compared to where it was basically yesterday. And we have been seeing some sort of potential US talks and Iran talks in the news, possible negotiations again, and Israel-Lebanon ceasefire extended. So a couple of positive news, and most importantly, a couple of macro news as well. So Intel had earning, and it just killed it. Like, it was a massive earning, and it's basically up 28 or something like that percent. Nasdaq is strong basically because of this whole chip stocks, and with Intel gapping up from this 68, and as you can see, this is all-time high on Intel, right around this area of, let me put it here, of 76. Now we are trading right now around this 83 level. So the Intel actually pushed the price of Nvidia a little bit, not that much, AMD and MU all the way higher to all-time highs, and we're gonna discuss that in a minute. We had 10-year yield easing 4.3%, and we have 10 a.m. economic event, Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report, and the main stocks that had earning would be Intel, and also Nike had a news about 1,400 layoffs. Yeah, with that being said, the main driver for this whole massive move on the market, and especially on Qs, if you check out the Qs, we broke this structure and pushed all the way higher, and we are holding right at all-time high, while SPY couldn't technically break all-time high of like 712, 713, and it's basically stuck in this range right now. So Qs is technically leading, obviously, here, and as a result, we might see some sort of pullback on Qs. We'll see how the price action will work, but so far we have been holding pretty strong on Qs. Now, if this level of 657 wants to hold on the Qs, probably we're gonna see a possible pullback on SPY as well, and maybe a retest of this 709 or even lower around this 706. We'll see how that works, but so far in the pre-market, we can see SPY couldn't hold above 712, which was the previous all-time high. All right, so that was a important level on SPY, which we're not seeing it's holding. So with that being said, SPY still holding in this range. Obviously, 709, 710 would be on watch for a possible hold or breakdown. We will see. And obviously, all-time high of 712.5 and 713, 13.5 would be on watch for a possible continuation to the upside. Qs is holding a lot more stronger right now, and we can see that it's holding above this 657, and the demand is present there, pushing the price back up higher. With this whole price action, the possibility of we holding above 657 is there. We'll see if that will be happening or not. But if we break below this zone and couldn't hold it, then possibly we're going to see some sort of gap fill setups on most of the names that I will discuss in a minute. But if we do hold here, bounce back up, 662 would be on watch for hitting another all-time high on Qs. SMH, the semiconductor ETF, is flying, which is insane. Like, look at this price action. This is madness right now, and we are just at all-time high, massive gap ups, and it's pretty much insane. Like, that's the only word I can use for this price action. And after the whole war ceasefire and all the technically on the financial basically news, positive news in the financial sector, that is kind of showcasing the war is finished and there is some potential basically improvements in Saint of Hormuz. Now the whole focus became the tech earnings, tech sector, and semis. And as a result, we're seeing this crazy bullish momentum on SMH as well. Let's talk about a couple of individual stocks. First of all, Tesla had earning, gap down. We traded yesterday at the rejection of this 385 level. I'm not really that interested in trading Tesla today. It's just in this range of like between 368 and 385-ish zone, and I don't like it. I just want to see either Tesla hit these areas, break it, reject it, do something, or get down to 368. I'm not interested in trading Tesla in this middle of nowhere, so I prefer just let it move, and then we'll decide if we do have an opportunity for a possible bullish momentum, or if we retest yesterday's low, then we can discuss a possible short scenario. Right now, honestly, nothing interesting on Tesla. Nvidia did push higher in the pre-market after the Intel earning, but really nothing special right now. Above this 201.5 could be interesting, but again, we do have a couple of other names that are setting up really well today. So because of that, possibly I will not really think about Nvidia that much. We'll see. This level of 201.5 is definitely important. If this level get broken, then we're gonna have some sort of a possible bullish setup all the way up till this 203. But we again have a resistance zone right around here. So to the downside, not a fan of shorting it right here. Maybe you could for a retest of 199 and then 197. But technically we are stuck in this prison right now on Nvidia. So not fan of it, but depending on the price action and the strength of the market over the weakness of the market, we might take a look at it. But I like the consolidation overall, possibly a great opportunity for the next couple of days, or in case of we break out of this zone. Google, the same, kind of stuck in this range. Want to see it above this 342 and this whole resistance zone, or to the downside, maybe below this 331. AMD this is crazy right now. Yesterday, AMD was here, 306. Now we're at 340. It's insane. This is a huge gap up as a result of Intel earning, and yeah, I really don't know what to say here. It's just like all-time high, 347. If we hit it, break it, we're gonna continue going higher. I would prefer a pullback. That would make sense technically on the price action side, but with this whole hype and everything that is happening, Well, we'll see. I'm not gonna expect some sort of pullback or gap fill. I'm not expecting it, but in case of the price pushing back down and rejecting this 336 and then maybe rejecting this 328 level to the downside, seeing selling pressure, that could be a good setup for a gap fill because we have a massive gap, like from 338 all the way down till 304. So it's like $30, more than $30 gap on AMD. Now, I'm not saying it will happen, it will fill the gap, but if it does, would be interesting. Another scenario is hitting all-time high and pushing all the way higher. That's also another scenario, okay? Well, at the same time, we might consolidate here for a while as well. Well, that's also another scenario. But if we do chop around, I'm not interested. We'll see if it's going to happen. But with this massive gap up, I will be a little bit conservative. Meta, yeah, really nothing crazy. This 668 would be the rejection zone that I'm looking at. This 653 would be the demand zone that I would be looking at. Nothing really in the middle. Microsoft retested 413 and bounced back up. We're kind of in this range, like if you remember, like Google or like Nvidia, right? We're kind of in this range, which is okay. We're consolidating right now, and the demand is holding. Well, we're in the middle of the range. If we do break above this 422.5, 423, there is a setup for a bullish momentum all the way up till this 430, hitting this resistance area again. And also if it break below this 411, that would be interesting. I'm not really that interested in trading in the middle. PLTR had this great sell-off yesterday. Now let's see if it can reject this 144, 145 resistance. If it can reject it and push back lower, breaking below this 139, 140 would be very interesting. Look what happened last time that we were around these areas and broke this zone. So PLTR also pretty interesting. MU, madness, another massive move on MU, and it's holding really well above the above this 494, 495 level, right? This is the previous all-time high. I mean, technically previous all-time high around these areas, and you could say this is the zone, right? And it's holding pretty well. It's holding pretty well right above this demand zone, which is the previous, yesterday's high, and which is all-time high. With Intel, it gapped up. Definitely not AMD, but it's holding really well. I like this price action a lot better than AMD because that's really overextended right now. We pushed back up. We're holding above it, retested. I like this whole price action. So if we do hold above this 491, 492, 493-ish zone, there's a high chance of bouncing above this level pre-market high on watch, which is around this 499, almost 500, for a possible continuation. Okay, MU definitely on watch. On Amazon also on watch. Look at Amazon. We have been holding in this range for a couple of days, for almost 2 weeks, and this is all-time high, 259 all-time high on Amazon, right? Last time we hit it was November 3rd, 2025. Look what happened right now. We broke out of this area and we are holding right above it. Now, the only thing I don't want to see is a push back down and breaking below this 259 and pushing all the way lower. I don't want to see that. What do I want to see? I want to see a possible hold here, consolidation, a bouncing above this 259 and continuation. In that case, this would be a very interesting setup. Not liking this big week and this sort of price action, I'm not gonna lie, but overall it's actually holding pretty well overall, in my opinion, above this 259. So definitely this zone on watch for a possible hold. and obviously pre-market high on watch for a possible continuation. If you just just hold in this range, not that interesting. If you break below this 258, 259 and see some sort of rejection, we might see this kind of sell-off again and a reversal setup on Amazon as well. Okay, so with that being said, then the setups that I'm watching are Amazon, MU, AMD, and maybe PLTR. So PLTR is a bearish setup. I'm looking for it. We'll see. Meta would be interesting if we get below this 651 too as well. And MU, Amazon, and AMD. We can check out the Qs itself as well, as it's holding pretty well and looking pretty strong as well. In case of like seeing a retest of the 657, that could be another very interesting setup as well. Okay, awesome. So with that being said, we're gonna go and trade live with the team. We traded yesterday really well. Traded Tesla, traded Amazon live with the team, and today we're going to continue trading live as well with MTC. And these are the main names on watch that's I think will be very interesting to trade, and opportunities are there. You can check out my Instagram and see the result of all of these trades. I'll post them there. See you guys in the next one.